Hello, how's it going? So, as I mentioned, let's play some poker. In about 2 hours, by the way, we have the official announcement from, or the official live from from Kavan. So be ready to get some drops right there. Okay, so we got 2, 5, 6, 10, 11. Nice. And two symbiotes. Basically nothing. Give me a second. Ah, que todo bien. Muchas gracias por estar por acá. Y, y gracias por la invitación. Se aprecia un montón. ¿Qué tal los streams? Yo estuve por tu stream o no. Por favor, no, no. vamos, ahora sí. Vamos a ver. Siempre vamos a poner 2. So we got 2 2s, 4 5 6 10 10. Nice. So we mostly can forget about the verse. But we can think of doing the fraction. So we only need one more. Let's actually change 4 y cambiar 4. Y ver si tenemos suerte. Okay.
After time, I'm still here. Breathing slow, no more fear. Lights fade out, heart in light. Said no, nothing else
Okay, fingers crossed. You did get it. Nice. And we got 5, 6, 8, 9, 11. Es lo más fácil de conseguir. We have 3 between friends and spouses. Ouch.
Oh, I miss the way you felt close in the morning. The way I could breathe you in, your little snoring. Oh, I don't wanna let go. We made the bars our home, down in the corner. Memories I froze, I never wanna forget it, have to let go. We were royalty, walking on the streets with you next to me. Never meant to be.
Vamos a ver. Tenemos 2 4, 2 8. Pero tenemos el bono. ¿Verdad? Tenemos 4 4 5 6 4 5 6 8 9. O sea, podemos perfectamente ir por ok, tenemos igual, no tenemos otro, necesitamos solo un amigo o un Spider-Verse. Estamos desde el Rubino de Scorpion 2. Y de Scream 3. Ya vamos a la sesión de 3. Si tenemos buena suerte, sacamos tal vez otro 4, otro 8. Y y también en Spider-Verse y hacemos a ver, tenemos clase cósmica. Tenemos uno. Clase tecnológica. Tenemos 0. Enemigos tenemos varios, pero los vamos a quitar. Y vamos a poner clase cósmica. Vamos. Nos sonríe la suerte. Nice. We got another cosmic. We got the faction, and we got, of course, since we get faction, we get the extra bonus. And we need to do another one, so we get the 3 points. Woo. Tenemos un comodín. Yeah. Hola Mundo TV, ¿cómo estás?
I was drifting out of sight. Every moment losing light. All the weight I kept inside.
Creo que este es el más fácil.
Shell apart, but I survived. The quiet full of dark. I could feel my way back up. In the dark of subtle signs. Steady pulse, I'm still alive.
Can we get the fourth one of the four? It's actually changed 5. That way we can get another 4. Okay. Clase A, no tenemos nada. Vamos a jugárnosla con lo que más da puntos. Uf. This deserves screenshot. Not that type of screenshot. Sorry. Okay. We're going to get 15,000 points out of this.
It's the time you were by my side. Been running in the wild, running in the night. It's so cold since you left my side. Running in the night, following into the wild. In the wild, you left my side. Into the wild. Been alone for a quiet time. Been alone when the sun goes down. It's the time you were by my side. I've been running in the wild, running in the night. It's so cold since you left my side. Running in the night, I follow in the night. Running in the night. It's so cold since you left my side.
Desde luego que no. Qué fucking bullshit, por Dios.
hear the night unfold, unfold. Breath of fire,
Man,
a touch of cold. Silver lights beneath my skin, pull me where I've never been. I fall through endless streets, no weight, no broken dreams. Inside this moving tide, I lose the need to hide. Neon waves around my soul, pulling me beyond control. Every sound begins to fade, to colors never named. I feel the current take me higher, through the cold electric fire. I dissolve into the night, to distant waves of light. Every memory drifting slow, to a place I'll never know. I can feel the signal rise, burning through these hollow skies. In the dark I come alive, more than lost, more than alive.
no.
I remember not the same, only echoes, not a name. Through the silence, through the blue, only waves pulling me through.
What's going on? Okay. Okay, at least this one will grow. Okay, I need to do something, so I'll be playing roll right now. Give me a couple of minutes, okay?
Gravity is a lie, the world below. The perfect blur, the silent shot, the air is cold. This is where the dream is. So I can't stop losing ground. So I can't stop. Following the moon, following the moon. I'm soaring higher, higher. Space between my body and my mind, where I just observe. My natural state of knowledge, listening, being. Deep into the silent nothingness. Space between my body and my mind, where I just observe. My natural state of knowing, listening, being. Deep into the silent nothingness. Deep into the silent nothingness. The space between my body and my mind, where I just observe. My natural state with the home, the same. Me, beat, the sound.
¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde te has ido? Busco tu sombra, ya no te oigo. Vuelve a mi mundo, vuelve conmigo. Que sin tus pasos todo es vacío. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde te has ido? Busco tu sombra, ya no te oigo. Vuelve a mi mundo, vuelve conmigo. Que sin tus pasos todo es vacío. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde te has ido? Busco tu sombra, ya no te oigo. Vuelve a mi mundo, vuelve conmigo. Que sin tus pasos todo es vacío. We start with nothing, then it turns into a storm. You say I heard you, swear that was never my fault. Every word feels like a trigger pulled too fast. I'm trying to hold us, but I don't know if we'll last. Why do we break over the smallest things? Love turns to hate, and I can't find my wings. I hold you close, but I'm losing my ground. The harder we try, the further we drown.
Contest of Champions live stream for the August month here on July 31st, live in Vancouver. I am your host, Karate Mike, also known as Kabamasaurus Rex. I am very excited here to be having a little chat with you guys about the upcoming build. It's going to be a very fun show. We have some incredible champions to go over. We have an incredible event that's going live for the summer in August. We have a very special guest and some other surprises along the way. Now, before we get into any of this stuff today, we only have one rule in the chat. We got James on the rig today. James, play that rule. What do we got going on? All you got to do is just be nice. All right, I'm going to be nice to you. You're going to be nice to me. We're going to have a very fun time together. It's a brand new day here in the contest, and there's a lot of exciting stuff happening in the universe. So we have some announcements going on for this stream. Let's pull those announcements up right here. The Web of Corruption saga, it is ongoing. We're going into month 2 of the Web of Corruption. That's pretty exciting. Month 1 was a pretty solid start to the saga, I would say. Those July events, they're starting to wrap up. We'll talk about those in just a bit here. The Book 2 epilogue is in full swing. We have to save Karina, guys. The Battle Realm needs our help to save Karina, and you're the only one who can do it, and I believe in you. You're going to do a great job with that. Spider-Man Symbiote, if you haven't heard, he's being completely rebuilt from scratch. That's new animations, brand new kits, and a beautiful new character model. We're going to be talking about him in just a bit today as well. Quick reminder here not to miss that Green Goblin item in the July EQ. You have a couple days left to get that from the milestones. You're not going to want to miss that one. And we met thousands of Marvel fans at San Diego Comic-Con last week. Thousands, no exaggeration. It was an absolute blast. We'll talk about that in a minute as well here. But listen, we're on Twitch, right? We're on Twitch. You got to sign up for your Twitch drops here. If you're not linked up, make sure you connect your account. Look at all of these rewards here from the past couple of months. We have Empowered Crystals. We have a 3 to 4 rank up gem if you are an Elder Summoner. We have Revives and Energy. We have other stuff as well. We have Observance all over the place. Observance, of course, you could trade in for Thor Ragnarok, who is just a very fun champion to use. So make sure you link up your account, have it connected here in your settings. If you don't have it connected, you're not going to get your rewards, and I do not want you to watch the streams without getting your rewards, because that is some of the fun of watching these streams. As we watch together, we earn our rewards, and then we rank up our Thor Ragnarok, and we have a fun time with those armor breaks and our shocks. All right. So of course, we also have our giveaways. And if you want to enter our giveaways here, same ones as always, playcontestofchampions.com/stream giveaway. Hey, if you're new to the contest, if you're just kind of finding this stream by happenstance on Twitch, that QR code right there will allow you to download Marvel Contest of Champions and play alongside us as we have fun here on this stream together. So why don't you give it a download if you're new? Do it. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have a fun time today, but make sure you enter our giveaway for one of our 2 champion releases. That's Spider-Man Symbiote or Agatha Harkness, or a greater empowered crystal on the other side of the coin as well. Okay, so those are our early announcements here. We got to talk a little bit about San Diego Comic-Con, my friends. So last week was absolutely exhausting, and I'm still recovering from it. I had no voice up until just yesterday. It is a miracle that this stream got done, and I have a voice here to be able to do this with you today. But we were a part of the Marvel Games Lounge at San Diego Comic-Con. If you did not know, we talked about it a little bit on the previous 2 streams, nothing too in-depth, but man, it was a week full of excitement. There were prizes galore, and we had fun the entire time. There were thousands of summoners who stopped by to play some of those event towers, the event towers that were live on game as well. We had daily tournaments for those. Daily tournaments. Players, they were lining up, they were competing to have the fastest time, and then we were bringing them up on stage to go home with a giant sum of units. It was so exciting. And that prize wheel is taking a little bit of a slumber right now, because that thing was spun probably about 10,000 times. No exaggeration. I kind of feel bad for the prize wheel. It's going to have to take a little bit of a break before it comes out again. But seriously, it was so incredible meeting so many summoners here in the MCOC family. You know, I usually write community here, but I wrote family here this time, because I feel like being there with so many of you just really made it feel like we're a family at the end of the day. It's a different experience when you're playing this game and you have 29 friends in your alliance who you play with every day. You have common goals. You're working together to get through Alliance Quest, to get through Alliance War, all these things, raids, Coliseum. I can go on for days, really. So alliance events, squad builder now, all these things. But when you get together in person with other people who play Marvel Contest of Champions, and you kind of like have something in common with these strangers that you're meeting, and you just kind of start talking about the game, and all of a sudden, maybe you're not super great at talking to strangers, but in this scenario, it's unlike anything else. It is unlike anything else. Also, I'm being told here really quickly, just remember to refresh the stream to ensure that your Twitch drops are working. Look at that. Just make sure you do this. It's really important because we want to make sure those Twitch drops are working all the time. Can we get that focused here? It's really not important. This is a bit that wasn't planned, so we don't have to do that. Don't mess up with the rest of the shot. I'm sorry. Forget I did that. But anyway, point being, seriously, it's so incredible to see people talking about Marvel Contest of Champions in person, exchanging numbers, exchanging contact, becoming friends in game so they can play together. It's such an incredible thing what MCOC does. We had thousands of our pins printed out. Made, custom, whatever you want to, whatever terminology you want to use here. But seriously, these pins designed by our very own Kabam Vincent were a hit. An absolute hit. People were coming by every single day to get these pins. They look beautiful in person. They were completely sold out, which is just insane. Insane how much these pins were just going through like crazy. But seriously, we had just an absolute blast at this thing. We had some cosplayers come by. We had some 10-year players come by. We even had a couple dogs come by. This family in the middle over here is a family of a husband and wife with 4 kids, and they all play Marvel Contest of Champions together. We talked a lot over the weekend. 2 of the boys here are actually on stage for the competition. Just a blast. I love seeing MCOC bring families together. And seriously, that's why I'm going with MCOC family here today. Just incredible stuff. Now, I'll stop boring you at home about San Diego Comic-Con, but my whole point here is that live events for MCOC are so special. And I really hope we get to do more of these in the future. I'm confident that there's a lot of space in the live event territory for MCOC. And I hope that you're able to come to the next one if you couldn't come to this one. There's a lot of stuff going down at this one. It was an absolute blast, and we always try to make these as fun for everybody as possible. So until the next one, thank you so much for joining us at San Diego Comic-Con. If you did come by, the party didn't stop at San Diego Comic-Con. There were people at the airport who played the game. People were coming up to me asking for pictures. It was absolutely insane. But seriously, thank you so much for coming out. It was an absolute blast, and I can't wait to see you at the next one. But it's time to start talking about what is coming to Marvel Contest of Champions in the month of August, because SDCC is over, but there's a lot of excitement left in the contest. This has nothing to do with anything. I just love this artwork so much. It's so funny. Spider-Man carrying Howard the Duck. This is not teasing anything whatsoever. I just love it. I had to include it here. It's great. It's fantastic. Let's start talking about the Web of Corruption, my friends. So the new saga is upon us, the Web of Corruption. It's a very exciting saga. We have Hobgoblin and Black Tarantula up there fighting it out, while Stealth Spidey is going up against Joe Fixit. If you haven't seen our incredible motion comic that the team worked so hard on, make sure you go check it out, because it is a beautiful piece of content. It's really cool with a little Spidey Noir trying to crack a certain case. What's going on with that guy? Are we ever going to see him in the Marvel Contest of Champions? I don't know. We're going to have to stay tuned so we can crack the case. But let's talk about the story going on in the Web of Corruption, because the corruption of the web, it's widening. It is widening, my friends. And the Battle Realms Web of Corruption has ensnared an ancient and powerful spellcaster now. Agatha Harkness arrived to investigate reports of symbiomancy, which is a strange symbiote controlling enchantment. The main suspect, Symbiote Supreme, is missing, so she needs the hexed help of Wiccan and Nico Minoru. Will this talented trio be able to conjure a win against sinister spells and a recently repossessed Spider-Man symbiote? Well, there's only one way to find out, my friends, and that is in the event quest for August, Maiden Mother Crone. You're not going to want to miss it. You're going to want to read every last piece of dialogue in that EQ, because it is a riveting story. It is a riveting Ascension poll here as a 7-star with the Saga Chase. And that's continuing. Now we're going to be talking about all the places you can get these mysterious orbs in August at the end of the stream. After I tell you all the content that's coming to the game in August, I don't want to spoil any of the good stuff coming, but there will be a slide listing out every last place where you can get these Mystery Orbs. Now, you know how it works. There's going to be over 100 for free in the game. You need 100 Mystery Orbs to get that 7-star Ascended Mysterio. Also, one last final reminder here. There's a couple days left for the EQ Green Goblin piece for the Glider Core. You're not going to want to miss it because Green Goblin is going to be a pretty fun champ. So, speaking of fun things, we have a couple of events ending soon from July. So the Squad Builder event, this was a new take on Squad Builder, and I think it was pretty successful with this one, a pretty fun one. So, Squad Builder, this is our 3rd iteration. The first one was received pretty well. The second one, not as well. We took a lot of feedback back from the 2nd iteration, said, okay, how can we make this a little bit better, a little bit more engaging, a little bit more fun? And we added a bunch of different things into this. We had new growth rewards. We had the multiversal champions with Hobgoblin and Black Tarantula. We had bonus point modifiers and also bonus squad modifiers. So now you're not beholden to just 5 of those champions per round. You can get more of them. You can also swap out more and gain bonus rewards and all these different things. It's a lot more engaging, a lot more fun, and you also have a bit more agency over the amount of points you can get as well. So I think this game mode is moving in a nice direction. We still have some more improvements that we want to make, but this felt like a really nice stop along the way. Speaking of a stop along the way, this has nothing to do with what I just said, but Black Tarantula's Secret Stash is also ongoing through August 12th. Now, this new event just started on Wednesday, and this requires you to engage daily in the daily super event, which you're already doing, of course, to get those pry bars. Also, to play in the Squad Builder until that is over to get some more pry bars here. So, there are also going to be 10,000 pry bars for completing the August event quest before August 12th. So, if you're interested in finishing this event completely for free, make sure you do all of these things. You can get enough pry bars to open every single box in this event by doing these 3 things: daily super events, the Squad Builder objectives, and also EQ before August 12th. All right, so that's everything that's being closed off in July. That's pretty exciting stuff. One other thing that's exciting here is Thor Ragnarok, my friends. We talk about this every time. We just got to reheat this a little bit here because as of this week, he is available for Ascension. I believe if you picked up those 10 observants in the Champion store, you can have the 80 total observants that was needed to get him to Ascension level 1. I picked up that. I got him to A1. He is cracked at rank 5, Ascension level 1. He is so much fun, especially in Alliance War right now. He is a ton of fun to play with the Beta Ray Bill synergy, by the way. Insane stuff. Give it a shot if you haven't. Really cool stuff. I'm not sure if those observants are still available in the unit store, but observance is not going anywhere at all. Observance is still going to be in the Twitch drops going forward, so you'll be able to get the A1 and the A2 without spending units. If you wanted it quicker, like I did, that was an option for you. I don't think that's there anymore, though, but there will be more in the future. But Thor, great champion. Really great champion. Really fun time. Okay, now we have some other content to talk about here coming in August. I'm going to put this right down over here. We're going to take a little sip in a bit when we watch a video because I filled that all the way to the brim and I cannot take a sip just yet. Otherwise, I will spill it everywhere. Nobody wants to see that. So running through August, we have the Apex Coliseum Round 3. Up next, we have Medusa and then Emma Frost. There is a Green Goblin piece inside these milestones, so make sure you jump in there and collect that thing because, again, you're going to want that Green Goblin here. Now, Korg just launched. Korg was definitely a bit tougher. Definitely a big, bad Korg going on in Coliseum. But the good news is each health bar cleared is worth 2 points in this event. So Mojo was a bit easier than Korg, at least in my opinion, just talking about personal subjectiveness here. But Korg is a tougher defender in general. We're going to see what happens with Medusa and Emma Frost, but I'm pretty excited to see what they bring to the Coliseum. Speaking of Coliseum, we also have Mr. Negative in the Alliance Coliseum for August. This is going live on August 31st. Now, this is back to that 3-day cadence of Alliance Coliseum, and the big change here is that usually I list out a bunch of tags, 9 tags, that you have to sift through and see which champions are going to be usable on which days. We want to streamline that process a little bit. It's going to be a lot easier going forward. As you can see here, triple day 1, double day 1, single day 1, and so on and so forth for day 2 and day 3. Essentially, triple day 1 is going to act as if you're using all 3 tags. Double day 1 is going to act as if you're using 2 tags. And single, only 1. You kind of get the idea here. When the build goes live in August, you're going to be able to see these things here and see what champions are available if you're looking to plan ahead. So hopefully this makes things a little bit less confusing and a lot easier across the board when looking into what champions are going to be usable in Alliance Coliseum. Speaking of Alliance Coliseum and just Alliance Quest in general, at this point now, all reward updates for AQ are implemented and ready to go. Last time I did say that the AQ rewards were going to be going live different about 2 weeks ago. That did get pushed back here with the current raid update, package the whole thing into one day to push together. So we were a little bit early on that on the communication side. Apologies for that. But from this point forward, we should be good to go. Alliance Coliseum got that reward update about 2 months ago. Alliance raids are updated right now with the new raid map rewards and also Elder raid chests added with the classic Scarlet Witch as the chase champion and some other goodies in those chests as well. And regular AQ and Rampant Evolution AQ will be getting a nice reward update as well. I believe previously it was like tier 5 basic and tier 2 alpha, so there's some more relevant catalysts there that are going to be nice to have opposed to those older ones. Okay. Have you been playing Alliance War, by the way? Because those trial seasons, those are going on right now. Now, I don't know about you, but this is the least stressed I felt playing Alliance War in a very, very long time. So we put the towers tech into Alliance War, where whether you win or you lose, your champion's health is restored to 100%. So maybe you walked away from Alliance War because the stress was too much with the potions and all of this and the costs and all of that. Maybe you've never played Alliance War because it was too daunting for you. Now, this is a change that's going to apply to all tiers of Alliance War from tier 1 all the way down to tier 22. Now, I do hope you've been jumping in and having some fun with this Alliance War update, because as this trial season continues, we're going to be monitoring the impact of Towers, Tech, and War, seeing if it does good for the mode. So I really hope you guys get in there, play some Alliance War so that engagement is looking pretty good in Alliance War. That way we have some good data to sift through, and who knows, maybe some good stuff will happen. But seriously, jump on in if you haven't played War for a while. It's a lot less stressful. It's a lot easier to pick up. And it's a lot of fun, too. Alliance War is a lot of fun, man. When you do some stuff with your alliance, it's great. It's a great stuff, man. It's really fun stuff. But speaking of fun stuff, we have some new champions to talk about today. I'm very excited for this one. We have Agatha Harkness coming right up. James, let's get that video ready. Boom. Let's do it.
To begin, strike the opponent to start building your power. Try to weave in some intercepts while you build to your special 1, so you can start stacking those amplifies. Once above a bar, activate your special 1 to place your rune prison. From here, make sure to stay in the rune prison as much as possible to maximize your damage. Continue striking the opponent to steal their power, and once you've built up enough to empower your special attack, launch your special 2, and watch those bursts ensue chaos upon your opponent. Now, if the opponent isn't already knocked out, just continue the process until they are. Keep in mind, Agatha is a magic thief. When an atrophied opponent gains one of her listed buffs, she gains a copy and becomes that much stronger. She also destroys some of the opponent's buffs, rendering them as useless as rubble as she ensures her opponent's timely demise.
All right, so that was Agatha Harkness finally coming to the game. So Agatha was in the Summoner's Choice vote for the second Summoner's Choice. I think she went up in the finals against Quicksilver. It took her a few years, but here she comes. She looks great. She looks like a lot of fun. Art team is absolutely sensational on this champion, and her kit is pretty nuts as well. So let's talk a little bit about what Agatha Harkness does. So she's immune to armor break. Her mediums are also non-contact, and she gains steadfast against cosmic champions. She also has amplify on intercepts and when she punishes special attacks, which goes great with the fact that she power steals on her basics. She also has the ability to destroy certain buffs on parry and special punishes, and her special one summons a rune prison on the stage. The best way to think of this is kind of like High Evolutionary's, what's it called? Evolutionary Field? I want to say it's the Evolutionary Field. She kind of places that. This one can't be in the corner. So if you use the special one all the way in the corner, it's going to be a little bit more towards the center, which is pretty interesting. But what's really cool about this is that only her mediums can push the opponent back inside the field. So her light attacks will keep them in place, which is pretty cool. She also inflicts an atrophy inside the rune prison, and it copies certain buffs off atrophied opponents. She also gains empowered special attacks when she steals a certain amount of power from the opponent. And against non-science champions, she regenerates damage taken from Incinerate, Nova Flame, and blocked hits while suffering from those two effects. So if there are any cosmic champions who inflict Nova Flame who are pretty difficult to take down, Agatha might be good for that champion. Like Super Skrull. He only does that against tech champions, though, so that's not entirely relevant here. But I think you know what I'm saying. So let's take a look at this champion in-game, and let's just kind of see what happens. We're going to go up against Nova here. This is going to be a rank 5, ascended level 1 Agatha. All right. So what I'm going to be doing here is essentially going towards special 1. Are we good on the gameplay, by the way? Is it not working? No feed. All right. Hold on one second here. We'll try unplugging it. Going to Dext Nova Special 1 while I'm replugging this. And if it doesn't work, we can't make it work. And that's what happens when we do it live sometimes. We got it? There we go. So I got hit a couple times trying to set this up. Just pretend like that didn't happen. I went for the special 1 here. All I did was go for the special 1. Now he's inside the field. I'm going to be punishing his special attack here. That way I can get the amplify. That's going to give me some more power. Now I would like to get to 100 in that little counter. That would be great. However, I did get hit a decent amount of times. There we go. We're good to go. This is going to do a nice bit of damage here. I did not get the energy vulnerability because I did not play this properly because I was getting it set up, but that's okay. What you want to do, though, is go for that special 1, get them inside here, punish special attacks, steal their power, then have a fun time. Watch the deep dive. It was played a lot better in the deep dive when the tech issues were not present, but you kind of get the point, man. Usually, you go for special 1, into special 2, and the special 2 with the energy vulnerability does a metric ton of damage like you saw in the video. But point being, she's pretty insane. The art team is incredible on this stuff, man. I love the Rune Prison. I love what she does. There's a lot of really cool things that she can do against certain cosmic opponents. And that's really fun. So Agatha Harkness is joining Marvel Contest of Champions on August 6th in those pre-release bundles and going to be in Crystals and Arena on August 13th. There's a lot of stuff she can do. Go watch the deep dive for a much better view on this champion because that was not the best showcase that I just did. I think I might be washed, guys. I might be washed. I'm okay to admit it. It's not great. It's not great what's going on. But that's all right. I get this really fun. I get this a fun champion. There's another fun champion that's coming this month. And that's Spider-Man Symbiote. And that is a complete rebuild of Spider-Man Symbiote following Doctor Strange and Cyclops and that style of champion. Let's take a look at that new Spider-Man Symbiote.
To begin, strike the opponent to start building your power. Focus on landing your 3rd light attack to gain your reflex buffs and cycle through genetic reflex. Build to around 1.5 bars of power and launch your special 1 to trigger your cruelty and evade buff. Now, let the opponent attack into you and evade their strikes to build up your armor break debuffs. From here, continue to build your reflex as you work your way to 2 bars of power. Once there, launch your special 2 and watch those big yellow numbers decimate your opponent. Now, remember, Spider-Man's true accuracy is unaffected by ability accuracy modifications from tech champions, allowing him to bully his way through those pesky auto blockers. For longer fights, use your special 3 2 times to gain those indefinite furies and increase your armor break stack limit to make each strike that much more devastating.
All right, so that was Spider-Man Symbiote. This is a really exciting one. I cannot wait to talk about this guy. Let's take a look at what he can do here on the slide deck going on. So he's got some immunities. He's immune to Heal Block, Power Drain, and Power Burn. You know, this is a champion that's been in the game for about 8 years, right? So when you think of Spider-Man Symbiote, you probably think about that evade passive after his special attacks. You think about his 80-second armor break, which, by the way, still exists, I believe. So his heavy attack now inflicts multiple armor breaks. I believe it's 4 of them. His evade also triggers armor breaks, so it's kind of like really tying in his kit all together into one, making it a lot more cohesive. He gains reflex buffs, kind of like Scream in a way. These could be Energize, Expertise, and Vitality. These refresh when a new one is gained on his 3rd light attack, and finishing a special grants an evade buff. The evade buff causes the opponent to act more aggressive, making it very reliable against special attacks and whatnot, and personal evades can also grant regen. A really cool thing here, his specials grant true accuracy that can't have ability accuracy reduced by tech champions, which is great for Penny Parker and other tech champions who try to kind of avoid that. Special 1 gains cruelty, special 2 gains precision, and a really fat fury on the special 3 for some of those longer fights. Let's take a little bit of a look here. Here also, let's get a, let's go right over because I want to show this. Oh my goodness gracious. He's just hanging on the web. That's awesome, dude. That is so cool. All right, let's jump in here against this Penny Parker. I love this matchup. We did show it in the deep dive, but it's a good one. Spider-Verse versus Spider-Verse, we got to do it. All right, so I like to start here with the parry heavy, get those 4 armor breaks. All those animations are so cool. So what I like to do here against Penny Parker is push her to special 3 if she allows me to. I obviously didn't mean special 3. I meant special 2. And then I get the evade buff, and this is really fun. Also, I can kind of ignore her auto block here, and look at the damage. It's just good. It's just very nice damage. I'm going for that 3rd light attack, and now I'm fully ramped up. I should go for a special 2, but I'm going to go for another special 1 to show the reliability here. I mean, that's just a fun time, guys. That is just a really fun time. Agatha can also look that good if you play properly, just so you guys know. She's actually very good. So let's do another one here, because this is just so fun. This is a larger Penny Parker now. This is going to be at 1.2 million health. I want to go for that special 2, that big special 2. It would have just nuked her like crazy. It would have just bullied her too hard. Little reference there for you guys. Now, he does get the true accuracy, right? But if you're in like Alliance War, for example, you probably still want to hit her shield just to play it safe, right? I don't know if we're going to do that here. We might just go for it. She's probably going to auto block me before I can use a thing. Maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Sometimes it works out, right? MCOC. MCOC, guys. There's so many factors. This is a larger Penny as well, right? So you kind of want to just keep an eye on everything going on here. You do have that evade cooldown, right? So it will be ready to go here, I believe. So we can do this fun stuff. And yeah, now we have the true accuracy. We're pretty much fully built up. This is a big health pool here. Nice damage. If this was like an Everest fight, I would say go for the 2 special 3s. Right? I mean, that's just a lot of damage. He just feels so nice. Oh, God, I love this buff. That feels really nice, right? If this wasn't Everest fight, I would say go for the special threes. If you're trying to do like Necropolis with him or anything in the future, yeah, this is really, really nice stuff, man. Go for the special threes. You can do 2 of them to get 2 Furies, get some more armor breaks going on. He feels really, really nice. He feels really, really nice. Very big fan of this buff. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. Just adding to the repertoire of crazy Spider-Verse champions. I don't know if we had a really strong cosmic Spider-Verse champion. I'm not counting like Venom and symbiotes, for example, but this is another cosmic symbiote to the roster as well. I mean, Scream, Venom, this guy, Venom the Duck with the relic. Yeah, he's really solid. This champion is going to be live in your roster actually next week when the build goes live as a 6-star, 5-star, and below. But the 7-star will be released as a completely brand new champion starting on August 20th in the pre-release bundles and in Crystals and Arena on August 27th, which is super fun. Really, really fun. So great stuff going on. There's some nice utility here and some really solid damage. But those animations, man. Those animations, dude, are just so good. Just bullying the opponent. Just great. Just love it. And look at this. Look at the action pose here, right? God, the art team just does not miss. Incredible stuff. So if you want the opportunity to win one of these 2 champions today from watching the stream, play contestofchampions.com/stream giveaway. And hey, if you are one of the 4.7 million people watching at home and you have not played Marvel Contest of Champions before, but you just so happen to find this Twitch stream, scan this QR code, download MCOC, and play along with us as well. It's a great game with over 350 Marvel champions. Almost every Marvel character ever is in this game. Not actually, there are so many, but there are so many Marvel characters in this game as well. And that's a lot of fun. Speaking of Marvel characters in this game, that Hobgoblin double track event is still going on. So if you want that 7-star Ascended, if you're elder, Hobgoblin, jump into that double track event. You have until October 1st to get this guy. And of course, he's going to be in all other sources where you would normally get new champions as well. But this one's going on for a bit, but he is not the only goblin coming to the game because it's almost time to start talking about Green Goblin Stellar Forge. There was a little change here with his defensive kit here for what's going to counter him. That's why I put subject to change for the past few months. But this variant of Green Goblin now demands guaranteed crits and intercepts to counter him instead of combo generation. So he's still going to be putting a bunch of debuffs on the opponent on attack. The pieces to get him are currently available in the event quest and in Apex Coliseum. One of them is gone from the initial Saga Towers, but there will be some more, one next month and one of September, in order to get this Green Goblin. So those are some fun champions. Hobgoblin is fun. Green Goblin is fun. Spider-Man is so much fun. Agatha is so much fun. Should we talk about any more champions? What do you think? Hey, James, I was tripping over that thing all morning. Can you plug in that cable over there? I was tripping all over it. If you could just plug that cable in and then play that video, that'd be great. Thanks, man.
Cable's been rebuilding the future, and now he's ready to rewrite the present. First things first, Cable is now 100% poison resistant. Every time he fills a bar of power, he gains a power efficiency passive. He also has a chance to trigger a regen whenever he crosses a bar. And if the opponent tries to bleed him, Cable simply rewinds time. If he regen the last time he crossed a bar, he'll trigger that regen all over again. And, independently of the regen, inflict a degen on the opponent. Speaking of degen, Cable's Heavy can now stack degen on non-robot opponents up to 8 times. His Special 1 now inflicts Daunted passives on every single hit. And his Special 2 inflicts a Juicy Incinerate. While that's active, Cable can't throw another Special 2, but his degens pause during his specials, giving you more time to melt the opponent with his damage over time. Now, with his Special 3, Cable pushes his Techno-Organic Virus to the limits, gaining an even stronger power efficiency passive, at the cost of temporarily power locking himself. While Cable is suffering from his own power lock, his Special 2 becomes unblockable. Cable's new kit is all about building momentum, Open with this Special 3 to supercharge your power, launch an unblockable Special 2, then use all that extra power efficiency to chain Special 1s, stacking Daunted while your degen continues to wear the opponent down. The timeline has changed. Have you updated yet? Well, you should. Cable's update is waiting for you in the August update.
All right, that cable is now properly plugged in, and no one should be tripping over it any longer. So 7-star Cable is not coming to the game just yet, but buffed Cable is coming to the game, and reworked Cable is here, and that's really fun. Let's start talking about what he can do. So I feel like that video kind of goes over everything already, but we're still going to talk about it here for a little bit. Some key updates going on with the Cable rework that's launching next week. Technically, one of 2 reworks. One being a rebuild that's launching just next week, which is really exciting. So if you have a 6-star Cable, he's going to be really fun next week. So some key updates here. He is now naturally 100% resistant to poison effects. He had this weird thing going on before where like the first one was 20, then 40, then 60, weird things going on. Now he's 100% resistant to all poison effects, which is very nice. His degens now have a stack limit of 8. Without any synergies, Cable on his own can now stack 8 of those degens. They also no longer scale with the opponent's power, so you don't have to push them really, really high. The Apocalypse synergy is being updated now and changed to reduce opponent purification chance by 100%. So those 2 are still going to be a very strong duo. If you make him a horseman, oh boy, that's going to be really, really fun because he loves to spam those special attacks now. And he gets that unstoppable thing going on as well, and he can also ignore purified chance as well, which is kind of crazy. So his Special 1 can stack a mass amount of Daunted on the opponent, which can also be inflicted through block. Watch out for that on defense. He also gains power efficiency when crossing power bars instead of power gain like he used to, and massive power efficiency from Special 3. So you may have noticed from the video that there's a lot of different ways that you can play Cable. You can kind of do your parry heavy, right? If you use those recoil masteries, he's going to be healing from the poison, doing a lot more damage, but you can also do like heavy into Special 1 spam over and over and over like we did against the Lumitrix in that video. But if you're up against a bit of a higher health pool, just kind of want to have a lot of fun, go for that Special 3. Get that massive power efficiency. Use that Special 2. You're going to power lock yourself. Then you can just spam that Special 1 over and over and over. Really, really fun against Punisher, by the way. I love him against Punisher. Really solid stuff. Once you get that Special 2 Incinerate, his degen is paused during special attacks, and his Special 1 is pretty lengthy, and you really just kind of use those over and over and over. So you stack the Daunted up, you stack the degen on the opponent, and then you're doing a lot of damage to the opponent through all these different sources, and the Daunted is increasing it. Really fun stuff. And he also has an ability where Endurance cannot reduce his stun debuffs. I do believe that is in his SIG ability. So this rework is going live next month. Stay tuned to find out how you can earn his 7-star coming to the game also soon, but we're not ready to talk about that just yet. 6-star Cable is next month. Super exciting stuff. I think he looks incredible. He did get a new character model as well, by the way, which is great. That's awesome. Same animations, but he got a bit of a cleanup. Makes him look a little bit prettier, which I think is great because he looks fantastic. So that's really fun. Cable. Spider-Man Symbiote reworks next month. One of them is a rebuild. Agatha, Green Goblin soon. Lots of fun champions. You love to see it. You really love to see it. All right, so that is actually going to do it for our champion segment. There are no more surprises on the champions, I swear. I know it sounds like I'm setting you up for a champion thing, but I'm not setting you up for a champion thing. I am setting you up for this, though, by the way, because the legends are coming. Something is brewing in the contest, my friends. Something is brewing, and after an arduous training arc, legends of the past have returned to the contest. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because they're ready to take revenge with their newfound power here in August. So, over the past couple of years, this is kind of when we do our little Legends event, when we celebrate Legends of the contest. What is going on this month? What are we doing this year for our Legends events? Well, we'll talk about that, but watch out for this one because you can't underestimate these foes that are coming for you, my friends. You have to be prepared to bring in a collection of your strongest champions to this fight. You'll enter the new Revenge of Legends quest and show these intruders that revenge is not going to come so easily to all of you summoners. All right? So this is going to be a very, very special event, and it's one that we just could not do on our own. We had to bring in a contest veteran to help out with this one here. So in collaboration with a champion of the contest, just a really, really big shout out to the CEO of Marvel Contest of Champions for taking some time away from his busy schedule for some boots on the ground here, because Seaton, Man of Legends, is who we collaborated this year with. The following event is going to contain encounters designed with input from Seaton. Big warning here, okay? Watch out, because this guy over here, he's a bit of a maniac when it comes to designing content. He did a fantastic job, and we're going to talk all about that today. It's going to be fantastic. But hey, we had to bring somebody on the stream today, and it's not the CEO himself. I did ask, but he was like, hey, man. I actually said, hey, mate, do you want me to fly 15 hours to be on the stream? Are you kidding me? And I was like, you know what, that's right. That's the value prop there is not too great. It's a big flight. I understand it. It's all good. Me and Seaton talk a lot. We're good buddies. Great guy. Fantastic guy. But I brought somebody very special onto the stream today, and it is the person he was collaborating with on the quests that we're going to be talking about today. Welcome to the official stream for the very first time, Kabam Bitter.
Notably not Seaton.
That's right, notably not Seaton, although you do sound like him.
Is it the accent?
It might be the accent. So what is going on, my friend? Thank you so much for joining us here today. Now, this isn't the first Kabam stream that you're on, because you did such a phenomenal job commentating during Summoners Fest.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. It was a good event, really, really cool to do.
It was, and you did a lovely job commentating. But for those of us at home who either don't know you personally, because you've been in the community for such a long time, or aren't familiar with your work, tell us a bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so Kabam Bitter, I have been playing the game since it launched when I was 15. And yeah, I started working at Kabam last year, and I work on the Encounters team, designing quest content, also work a bit on balance and champion design. And yeah, been here a year now. It's been pretty fun.
So in 1 year, you have quite the resume already. And, you know, we were kind of talking about this a bit last week, really. But one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Kabam Bitter on is not just because of this quest. You know, I could have brought him on in the past for other quests in general, but I just think he's been doing such a bang-up job here at MCOC. I kind of want to give you the flowers that you deserve, my friend. So why don't you just tell the lovely 9.7 million folks at home about all the fantastic work you've done. What have you worked on in this past year?
Yeah, so the first big thing that I worked on was the December side quest, the kind of like puzzle where you got to choose an attacker for a defender, use some interesting champions that they haven't used before, show off some of the cool things they could do. Then I worked on the squad builder buffs, those random rolls and the faction action things that you got to do. And then kind of my favorite piece of content that I've worked on so far, I did the wrestling ring, which was pretty fun.
Incredible.
Those slow-mo moments of the knockouts were like playtesting that. I spent a full day just like trying to find the coolest ones that I could find.
And Beta Ray Bill, right? That's the Beta Ray Bill with the big special one?
Bill or Thanos. Those are my two favorites.
For sure, yeah. That's awesome. Really great stuff. I mean, all of those were received very, very well, especially the wrestling ring, because it's just how innovative and fun was that. You know, we've been saying for a while, we kind of want to make side quests the place for fun in MCOC. We want to bring the fun back. We want to do all these innovative and incredible things. And this month is really no different. So we're going to be talking about all those things here. But before we do that, you also said that you dabble a bit in some balance and champion design. I do believe there is a champion that's currently available now that you recently worked on.
Yeah, so Kabam DLL was good enough to let me work with him on Black Tarantula. So since last November, we've been working on a full champ cycle, which has been a really cool experience. Been playing the game for a long time, fallen in love with a lot of different champions, and it's really special to have one that I've worked on now, and he's pretty fun.
Incredible. He's a lot of fun. I wasn't planning on picking up 7-star Black Tarantula, but I was at San Diego Comic-Con, and I was seeing so many people
win him on the prize wheel, and I did not get that lucky. Unfortunately, my RNG was not with me in Comic-Con, so I had to go the not fun route and use my Grandmaster's Grace on him. But he's great. I took him to rank 5. Phenomenal job to both you and Kabam DLL. If you're watching at home alongside the 10.3 million other people watching, thank you so much, by the way. And you guys did great. And I think Black Tarantula is a fantastic champion and wonderful work.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been saving my units for him since last November when we decided to do it. So I had to go through like almost all 3 graces to get him A2, but I managed to get the first appearance in my last few.
Congratulations. It's always a very special thing, really especially when you work on the champion. But speaking of work, let's talk a little bit about what's coming to this event. So let's take a look here at the slide deck for the Revenge of Legends event beginning on August 12th. So this year's Legend celebration, it's starting. It's coming up. It's coming up close. Now, we've done a lot of these. We did Rebirth. We did Reunion, I believe, was the one before that. Was it Reunion? I'm not even entirely sure, but it's something with an RE. But a lot of fun events here in August over the past couple of years. The last time we collaborated directly with a legend, it was Brutal DLX, who was the first one to complete Realm of Legends. I believe Seaton was the first one to complete the Abyss of Legends, so there is a bit of a pattern there as we're seeing. So this year, there's a lot of stuff that you should expect and some surprises along the way. Of course, updated 7-hour crystals, which are always a very fun part of this event. We have Revenge of Legends Realm event and solo objectives to go through with 2 new quests that we will be talking about with Kabam Bitter. We also have the Revenge of Legends Battle Pass, Celebration Arenas, and 6 new ascendable champions in the Revenge of Legends box. Oh, I can't wait to find out who those 6 champions are. That is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so the Revenge of Legends. So I can tell you all about this stuff, or we can talk with the guy who I brought on. Tell me a bit about this quest and what it is.
Yeah, so when I was first asked to do this project with Seaton, we started speaking, and he sent over a few ideas that he has, kind of 6 or 7. And I looked through them all, and I read the first one, and I just thought, don't need to read the rest. This is the idea we're doing. He suggested a reversed Realm of Legends where Winter Soldier is the boss, and he's bored of being beaten up by the summoners. He's tired of being a punching bag. He wants his revenge, and he's the boss. So it's a reverse Realm of Legends, starting with Hulk, ending with Winter Soldier. And yeah, it's pretty fun.
And now, one thing to note here is that this is not Realm of Legends 2. This is not a juiced up Realm of Legends, correct?
Yeah, this isn't just a big testing ground with no nodes and big health pools. This is a challenge piece of content similar to the kind of Crucible style stuff we've done in the past for the Reunion or Rebirth events. So there's bespoke nodes. We've built some pretty interesting encounters, I think. And they're going to challenge you. They're going to test you. You're going to have to figure out how to fight them, how to unlock the way to do the big damage in order to take down the fight. But yeah, this isn't just Realm of Legends 2.0. This is its own thing.
I think that's great. So this is going to be kind of released weekly starting on August 12th. As you can see here, the art on these is just absolutely phenomenal. Once again, our team does not miss. What I love about this so much, by the way, is how it looks modern, but it also has that vintage Marvel Contest of Champion feel to it.
Yeah, I specifically requested that we pay tribute to the original artwork. And if you go and look in game, it's Black Bolt, Hulk, Scarlet Witch, and Wolverine. So we wanted to feature them pretty prominently here. And then we had to have our boy Bucky there as well.
Oh, of course. And I mean, look at this, by the way, as well. I mean, look at the map here. It literally is a copy of the Realm of Legends map. Now, when was the last time you saw a quest map that was just this crazy? I love it. It's charming. It's all over the place. It is visually a mess, but I love it. I love it so much. I really do.
I won't hear a bad word said about it. It's very nostalgic to me. It's a really cool piece of content. I remember it being in the game at the start, and it was literally beyond hope. Like back when getting a combo of 60 was just incredible.
Right.
So I love it. We had to use the original map. We had to use the original format, and yeah, it looks kind of weird with nodes there.
It does, right? It also looks weird backwards because we've seen it so many times. Talk to us a bit about just what Realm of Legends means to you and also Marvel Contest of Champions as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first real challenge in the game, right? Back when there was only like Act 3.
Yeah.
There was this piece of content that was just unassailable. It was impossible to do. Literally, there was nobody in the game that could defeat Wolverine. And it's a very nostalgic piece of content. I remember the first time that I beat it. I remember the first time that anyone beat it. Brutal DLX with that 3-star Electro.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, what a strat. But yeah, it's a very important piece of content for the game and myself. So to be able to work on something that means so much to me is just really, really cool. I know Seaton feels the same. It holds a very special place in both of our hearts. So it's a cool piece of content.
Of course, I'm super excited for that. And you talked about how there are 11 bosses here, and they kind of like you do a certain thing and you build up to the big damage moment, right? And they're kind of like little mini bosses, but one of them is not so many. Is that correct?
That is a big health pool. Yeah, Winter Soldier is the final boss here, and he is a little bit different to the other fights. The other ones, a little bit more typical, like you got to do a challenge in order to unlock the damage. This one is a full-on boss fight.
Full-on boss fight.
We've got some phases in there.
He's been the punching bag of the contest for so long.
Yeah, and as he said, he's had enough. He's not your punching bag anymore. So yeah, there'll be some cool things in there. I'm not going to tease too much. You're going to have to jump in there and give it a go.
That's exciting. I cannot wait for this. So this all begins on August 12th, but that's not the only quest that's coming to the contest in August. But before we talk about the next one, you're going to want to jump in here, of course, because if you do complete the gauntlet, you will get that pumpkin bomb for Stellar Forge Green Goblin, which you're definitely going to want to pick up. Lots of fun. There are some other rewards in here as well, but that's going to be a really exciting thing here. A really exciting thing. But talk to me a bit about the other quest that's coming, the Retribution of Legends, featuring the toughest defenders in the entire game.
Yeah, so this was the second idea that Seaton gave me, and I was just like, yep, we're doing this one as well. Didn't need to look at the rest. So he wanted us to be able to take on the toughest defenders in the game. Like, I'm sure we're all bored of Serpent getting to Special 3 or Enchantress reflecting her spells onto you. So I wanted to give people a way to kind of have the nodes in their favor, take in pretty much anyone they want. Like, your good counters are going to be great, and you should be able to take them with some silly options as well. Just wanted to give some fun against some of the toughest defenders.
That's great. So it's really about flipping the meta on its head here for Retribution of Legends, right? There's going to be attacker beneficial nodes. There's 5 threat levels to choose from. So hey, maybe even if the top difficulty is too hard, right? Hey, just like any side quest, there's threat level 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this is also where the side quest rewards are going to live for this one.
Yeah, and with the cascading threat levels, like, we're going to be seeing slightly less difficult defenders on each one as we go down. So you won't be taking on Serpent in threat level 1.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's great. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense, of course. So great tuning as well by Mr. Quest over here. Phenomenal job. That's why you make them. That's why you do it. That's why I play them. Love it. So talk to us a little bit about what it was like working with Seaton on both of these quests.
It was an honor. Like, it was really fun to work with him. He's a great guy and came with a lot of ideas. He might downplay how much he was involved in this.
Super hard worker as well, I will say.
Yeah.
Right?
Replied to my messages as soon as I sent them over. We had a lot of brainstorming together, jumping on Discord calls, speaking through all of the options, and every single fight would have been very different and probably worse if he wasn't involved. He came up with a lot of really good ideas. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff there, and we worked well as a team to get the fights into a place that we're both really proud of.
Love that. I really do love it a lot. And one final thing about these quests here is talk to me about the different audiences for both of these quests, because there are 2, and they kind of are going to appeal to, I feel like, different audiences, I would say.
Yeah, so Revenge is the challenge piece. I think we're aiming that more at kind of Valiant and Elder players. There is some difficulty there, but it's not meant to be the most difficult Everest content in the game. So that's going to be weekly. You kind of take on 1, 2, and 3. You take on 3 or 4 encounters a week, and then there's going to be a final gauntlet. That's where you're going to be tested, and that's where Winter Soldier is.
And also, that is going to be permanent content. So hey, if you can't do it right now, and in the future you want to, that's going to live right next to Realm of Legends or wherever it ends up. But I do believe it will be next to Realm.
We're going to try and have them both next to each other.
Love that.
So yeah, Revenge is a little bit harder. Retribution of Legends is your typical side quest. Like, you go in, it's good fun, it's engagement. It's not meant to really, really challenge you. But yeah, we've got 4 weeks. Each of them are themed around a different kind of encounter, or kind of a different way to tip the scales in your favor. Week 4 is pretty stunning.
Oh, I like that. That might be a hint. Fantastic stuff. So huge thank you to Seaton, of course, for helping out Kabam Bitter on these quests. The dynamic duo, the two of you guys seem to work really well together. I've been loosely following along the way, and I'm really excited for this one. I can't wait for you guys to see that. But there's more to this event than just these two quests, right? Oh my goodness gracious. Let's start talking about what else we have going on that kind of ties into these two. We also have the Realm event that's also launching on August 12th, of course, and you gain points by essentially engaging all across this event here. Complete fights in either quest, or if you can't really do that and you're at a lower progression level, you can also complete fights in Realm of Legends to complete points in this Realm event as well. If you fully explore the Retribution of Legends and the Revenge of Legends, those are the minimum requirements to hit at the top milestone for all the rewards in this event. All right, pretty easy stuff. That being said, points are infinitely grindable by winning fights in either quest because this is a Realm event and there is a Bastion title that is CEO for the #1 ranked summoner. How about that?
Pretty cool title, huh?
Right? I think so too. And I do believe it says, right, acquired first in the event or just be Seaton.
Yeah, we had to give it to Seaton. we didn't want to make him grind out the whole event. That would be a bit rough.
Or we should. I mean, that'd be great, right? Now, really fun stuff. This is going alongside that, which is very fun. But also, we got 6 new Ascendable champions coming out. 6 new Ascendable champions coming to the contest here. We have Guillotine 2099, Classic Spidey, Colossus, Moondragon, Terrax, and Dragon Man. Colossus being one very, very highly requested from Seaton himself because I believe he wanted to just throw a couple Colossus everyone's way across the contest here.
Yeah, he clearly wants to send Colossus the entire community's way.
That's right. It's great. And I can't wait to see that happen. So this is a really interesting pool for Ascension, I would say. I would say we have 6 pretty solidly underrated champions across the board here. And I didn't even do it on purpose, but you can kind of see that as kind of the way they're lined up here. You have Moondragon, Spidey, Colossus, and Guillotine 2099. Super underrated attackers, honestly. And then you have like Terrax as a pretty nasty defender who's going to be really nice on defense with that Ascension, and also Dragon Man kind of filling that dual threat role here. So I'm pretty excited for these 6 champions to make their way into the Ascension pool.
Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for OG Spidey. He's been on my channel a few times.
Oh, yeah.
That special 2 rips. And like in something like Towers where you can specifically put him against an opponent with a short animation, so your webbing doesn't fall off quite so much, I'm curious if he can take down some high SCRs.
Without doubt, I think it's going to be really, really fun to see what happens with these champions. Dragon Man, I'm personally really excited for. I think he's so much fun to play. Guillotine 2099 is going to just rip through those high health pools, man. So any future Everest content, watch out. Watch out for that Guillotine. Let's talk about how you can get these 6 Ascendable champions. Well, the Revenge of Legends box features these 6 champions, and each pull grants 1 champion token and 1 class token. The box can be refreshed multiple times, and you can earn keys by engaging throughout the event. If you are an Paragon and above summoner, you can get all 6 of these champions completely for free at Ascension level 1 just by playing through the event. If you're Elder, you can get 9 free box keys. Additional box keys will be available through unit offers and the paid track of the Revenge of Legends Battle Pass, and also as a jackpot prize in the 7-hour crystal if you are hunting that Ascension level 2. But just by playing the event, 6 new Ascendable champions will be joining your roster. So make sure you jump in there, get into the Revenge of Legends, get some retribution, and bring home 6 new Ascendable champions, which is super fun. But that is only the first half of the event, right? Now, listen, that is really the bigger part of the event. I don't want to oversell it here, but this is the fun part, really, because in part 2, that's where the 7-hour crystals start. Halfway through your retribution, phase 2 is going to begin, featuring the launch of the 7-hour crystals, launch of the special arenas with the arena solo events, and that's where the battle pass happens as well. So, the 7-hour crystal is essentially what you know and love here. It is an updated version of that rebirth crystal here, where it gives two materials, champions or materials, and then consumables. So there's also going to be a double up offer like we've had for the past few years. One thing about the double up offer is that it starts a timer 7 hours from when you obtain it, right? There's been some confusion over the past few years on if that's intended, if it's not. The way it's set up is it essentially starts a new crystal timer in game from when you get it. But yeah, so that is intended. That will be operating that way this year, just to get ahead of all of that this year. There's also going to be the Revenge of Legends arenas and a solo event for additional rewards. If you're an Elder Summoner, there's going to be Elder Selectors throughout this event. You can earn Empowered Crystals and Elder Saga Crystals as well. And my favorite part of this, honestly, is that there's also going to be those collector 2-star crystals with 2025 and 2026 champions in there. So you can build out that 2-star roster just a little bit more, which I think is just really, really fun. That's a really fun thing. I love that a lot. But then we got the Revenge of Legends Battle Pass launching on August 27th. You can get on the road to revenge with this one, where the primary way to earn points is opening 7-hour crystals. Now, of course, the Battle Pass here has the free track and the paid track. I believe it's Legends for free and Revenge for paid. Might be swapped. Regardless, the way you earn points is the same way. 250 points per 7-hour crystal, 10 points for winning fights. So you can just kind of go through the event, open your 7-hour crystals, get all the way to the end, or you can grind it like a madman and get there quicker if you really want to. But either way, you're going to be earning a collection of rank materials and crystal shards with those box keys in both the free and paid tracks for Thronebreaker and above. Also, Elder Summoners will be getting an extra free key as well. So that is everything going on with the Revenge of Legends event. Mr. Bitter, do you have anything else you would like to say about this event before I let you go?
Yeah, just a word from Seaton himself.
Oh.
He's very proud of the event. He thinks there's a lot of innovative stuff there, really fun things to do, cool loops, and encourages you to kind of think outside the box with your champion choice. And then he said something about rig rays and clown fiestas and told me to have an absolutely fantastic day.
Oh, that's great. I love it so much. All right. Well, got to say as well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us with Command Bitter to talk about all this event. Awesome job, man.
Cool.
Thank you so much. And huge thank you to Command Bitter for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you on. I'm sure I will twist his arm to get back onto the stream again sometime in the future because he did such a phenomenal job. But hey, this event is coming on soon. Let's go full screen for this one. This beautiful, beautiful art, if we can. Let's take a look at this. Can we get it without the face? There we go. That's not too bad. There we go. There we go. Beautiful stuff here. This is a very nonchalant, natural transition for Command Bitter to walk off of the stream. That's all right, though. We're back now. There we go. Beautiful. Love it. So fantastic stuff. Thank you so much to Command Bitter for joining us today to talk about this event. Mega shout out to the CEO himself, Seaton Man of Legends, for collaborating with us on this event. Of course, go check out his channel. I do believe he's going to be posting a follow-up here. I do believe he's going to be posting a follow-up after the stream about this event, which is very, very exciting and very, very fun. So make sure you're watching Seaton to see what is going on here. But we have some more content to talk about here. If we're ready to go back to the slide deck, I believe we're having some technical difficulties over here. That's all right. I think we're ready now. Are we ready for this? We're ready for this. Fantastic, because the epilogue is continuing. And this is launching on August 12th, which is actually the same day as the Revenge of Legends event. Epilogue Chapter 2 will be beginning. The summoner's journey back and forth through time, it's continuing as they gather what they need to bring back Karina to the Contest of Champions. This time around, they'll face down a sinister Tony Stark and a fearsome Frank Castle, while joining with unlikely allies and timeline-displaced assistants. So, this one, I am told by my sources, is a bit tougher than Chapter 1. I have not tried it. But Broken Lines is coming on August 12th. Again, this is permanent story content available to Elder Summoners only at this time. This is going to be the same format as Chapter 1. We're doing one of these epilogue quests every single month until Karina is ownable in your roster. And of course, they will remain permanent for the future if you're not Elder right now. But this is pretty exciting stuff. You know, I did see some comments on the rewards for this quest, but keep in mind here, this is a different take on story quests in a way that we haven't done before. It's a lot more bite-sized, it's a lot quicker, and they're going to be released
in much quicker succession. So in the time period where it would usually take to get like a full story quest here, we're going to be pretty much having 4 chapters of the epilogue here, which is really fun. With, of course, Karina driving the whole thing home. So August 12th, Chapter 2 is launching. Get ready for Chapter 3 because that is coming up as well the following month. But my friends, that is pretty much all of the content that is going live in the month of August. Revenge of Legends is really going to be driving this one because there's a lot of stuff going on with that one. I cannot wait to see what everybody thinks about the Revenge of Legends. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic time. Speaking of fantastic times, though, there are Mysterio orbs all over the contest in August, in the event quest, in the Mysterium store, in the Revenge of Legends event, in Battlegrounds Season 41, in Black Tarantula's Secret Stash, which is already ongoing now, in Alliance Quest Coliseum, sprinkled throughout the Saga Battle Pass, and Epilogue Part 2 solo objective. You want to get in there and complete that before the solo objective is removed. So that is very, very exciting. We also have that Green Goblin chase ongoing right now. It's kicking into high gear. It's coming to an end, very, very close. So you're going to want to get these things. One of them was already gone. That's the Saga Showcase objective. Hopefully you got that. But if you didn't do the EQ yet, jump into the EQ. I know a lot of people wait until that EQ is almost over. And then Apex Coliseum, that's going on right now. Revenge of Legends objective. And for September, I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler right here. It is a Battlegrounds objective, not objective, milestone, but it is not completing the victory track this time. It's going to be much easier than it has been in the past. We're trying something else with this. However, this is not going to be next season. It's the following season. I would recommend you do not let your Battlegrounds position fall all the way down to 0. So jump into Battlegrounds over the next coming seasons. That way there is not a massive grind for you coming up in September. Just a little bit of a heads up there, a little bit of a teaser, and a little bit of a warning for you. So if you collect all items during Goblin's initial run, of course, you can get that first appearance Green Goblin, which is super fun. I cannot wait to start talking about this guy next month. That's going to be some really, really great stuff. Then we got this again. We got this beautiful photo that's one of my favorites, and we also have something to kind of go along with it. At the beginning, I said this isn't teasing anything. Well, I wasn't lying. It really wasn't teasing anything. It's not entirely connected whatsoever, but there is a new Spidey movie out right now. If you're a Marvel fan, which you probably are, if you're hanging out with the other 14.7 million people on the stream right now. Holy moly, guys. Wow, thank you for the support. But if you're one of those Marvel fans or Marvel Contest with Champions fans, you probably love Spider-Man. So we made a little cinematic here. Let's take a little bit of a look at this trailer that we made. Man, that was the first time. Honestly, that was awesome. That was really, really, really cool. So, hey, Spider-Man, lots of great stuff in Spider-Man, lots of great Spidey villains, but we also have another guest here today just to chat for a little bit longer here to get the stream a little bit longer for those Twitch drops here. Not going to leave you hanging on those things, right? We got my buddy Kabam, Vincent, on the stream, who actually helped make this trailer.
Yeah,
right?
I got to help write that trailer. It's always interesting to like write stuff with no dialogue because you wonder like how's it getting made and stuff, and just writing out each of those scenes and seeing that become like a larger piece of animation is always super entertaining, and watching the animators put their little twists and better versions of my ideas forward. It's really, really fun. So big props to the whole art team on that one.
It looks fantastic. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that, some of the tricks and secrets.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously when you're playing in a world as big as Spider-Man, and when we get to do an opportunity of having something like be super spider-centric, because we try to embrace the multiverse here in the where we're here. We try to embrace the multiverse here, as you all should at home. Just imagine there's a different version of you doing way better things than you are right now. It's fun. But we try to embrace that. We try to have all the characters at once. month, but when we get to Spidey Super Focus, I am always on board for that. So I tried to pack this trailer with absolutely as many references as I could. You'll see a real span through a lot of modern movies there. We've got Strange, and he's up against like a certain selection of Spidey villains over there. I would be amiss if I did not make sure that we had our Cravens and our Morbius,
of course,
and some Venoms in there. I want to make sure we get the whole expanded
those
universe.
Three
ready.
Specifically, why did you call those three out?
Well, I find that those films add an interesting architecture to the film of cinema. The film of cinema. I wasn't supposed to be a guest today. We're padding for time so you can get your drops. Make sure you refresh the page. But but. You know, I like it was for the laughs. It was more than time. It was time.
Oh, you did it. You did it.
Yeah, we do it a third time. We were busy the first two.
Yeah.
We had to put all the references in there.
That's great.
But no, I was really excited for it. We had, Peter's camera up there in the corner getting that big end shot for it.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely just like a thrill to make.
Oh, for sure. And I think it really did come out really nice. And, speaking of kind of bouncing off what you said, we spent a lot of time at San Diego Comic-Con this past week, right? I hosted 4 tournaments while I was there. 4 towers tournaments, which, by the way, competitive 1 versus 1 towers, thrilling, thrilling to see. Like really, really, really awesome stuff. I think there might be some links for that for future in-person tournaments. We'll have to see. I'm going to be doing some thinking on that because that was really incredible. But in doing so, a lot of commentating had to happen across a lot of champions, right? And one thing I kept kind of calling out, of course, at Comic-Con, there are Marvel fans who have not played the game, who might be interested and all that kind of stuff. I kept calling out how many different versions of Spider-Man we have, right? And of course, Iron Man as well, all those champions from the multiverse. But specifically in Spider-Verse, there's such a rich history of Spider-Verse characters, right? And it's really on display in this trailer here, just how many there are and how they all do different things within the contest.
It's truly absurd, the variety of quality villains within the Spider-Man rogue thing. And this is just 2 nerds talking now. Enjoy this at home. But like, I think Batman and Spider-Man, Batman's this guy from this other universe. I've heard of it. I've heard it's a knockout universe. Morbius. It's great. Yeah, he's a Batman. But like between those two, the pure quality of Rogues Gallery can't be challenged. And that's why in our game alone, we have several goblins. We've got Mysterio, which is several Mysterios, just depending on which special you're throwing at the time. Yeah. But like, it's just the heart and core of what a lot of people think of when you think of like a supervillain. I myself, giant Green Goblin fan. I'm something of a Green Goblin fan myself, I should say. But like, it's just everything for everyone there. No matter what you want a tech villain, you want a superpowered villain, you want they're there for you. And so to be able to display that out of the 350 playable characters in our game available for download now on mobile and PC, you should check those out. It's just absolutely astonishing. I've practiced that line before.
Nice. Thank you. No, that's great. And I completely agree. And that's kind of what I was thinking, right?
Yeah. And yeah, so we're going to do this. And I think there is a spider we're missing still. And where they are might be a mystery to some. But like,
I'm on the case to figure out what's going on.
Hats off to whoever can figure that out. We can't cage this character in particular. I'm sure they will come eventually. So just everyone at home, wait for that, and be sure you can see that. And just really get ready.
Awesome stuff. I love that. Well, listen, I think we padded
enough
here.
I tried to give you a 15-minute window for the Twitch drops there, and if you didn't start at the start, you didn't get them. I'm sorry, but we do have giveaways.
That's right. We do have giveaways, and I think we should be good to go on the giveaways. Am I right? I think we're good. Let's see it. All right. So, hey, the giveaway winners here. We love our giveaways. Make sure you enter because I love giving away free stuff. It's one of my favorite parts of Comic-Con and live events is when we spin the wheel, when there's prizes, all that great stuff, right? So, hey, the champion crystal is going to be a greater empowered crystal if you're a Thronebreaker and above, and the champion choice is between Agatha and Spider-Man symbiote. So, for the champion crystal today, congratulations to Can't Think of One, 3123, which is probably about his name, which is very funny. Silver Meep 1, Sector 49, Gooders 71, and a Ton Stranger. Congratulations on your greater empowered crystal. That's incredible. Let me know who you get in that crystal. And for the champion choice, Bartney 56, J Fabian 331, Holocene MCOC, Mrs. Vendemeyer, and Pyrost Witchy. Congratulations. Awesome stuff.
That's great stuff.
We love our winners. Make sure you enter next time if you did not enter this time because somebody has to win. 10 people have to win, and why not you? It could be you. It absolutely could be you. So make sure you enter because we love to give stuff away and have some fun here on the Marvel Contest of
I think
Champions official
fun
stream.
is the number one thing we've had today.
I think so too.
As a family.
As an MCOC family. I'm going to make that a thing. MCOC family. I'm going to start every announcement with, hello, fam. All right, that's it. That's it. We're done. We're done today.
I forgot I was on camera. Did you want a bigger response? Run it again. Run it again.
We're done.
Run it again.
All
Try
right,
the fan
that's
again.
it.
All right.
Thank you so much for watching the official Marvel Contest of Champions stream. It's always a pleasure being with you here today and every other day that we do this. We have a very exciting month coming up. The Revenge of Legends is going to be fantastic. Here, huge shout out, by the way, to James running that rig over there. Finton is on vacation, but man, the two of them just do fantastic stuff. Really incredible stuff the two of them do. We could not run these streams without them, and I always love to give credit to everybody who needs that credit for being a part of everything that we do here. A huge shout out to Kabam Vincent for jumping on to pad some time, and of course, Kabam Bitter for coming on the stream for the first time. We have an exciting month. I can't wait to see what you think of it. Thank you for joining us, and fam, we'll see you in the Battle Realm.
Yeah, ¿no? Sí. Bien, la verdad. Sí, pero esta vez tenemos todos los drops. Entonces podemos simplemente bajar y con nuestra energía los cristales, lo que son cristales de estrellas, el observance y los cristales de luz. Y volvemos a nuestra programación. Como saben, ya se empezó el día, y vemos que está en automático. Y se cayó el stream, seguro. Ah, no, ahí está. Así está. Bueno, gente, yo les voy a dejar por hoy. No por hoy, para que en caso de que más sigan trabajando, jugar un poco más.